Hello.
Let's see who's on tonight. Hey, Beverly, how are you? Welcome.
Save the date this weekend.
Good evening, Kathy. Catherine, how are you? Hey, Karen, Janice, Lana, Linda, how are you tonight?
Hello. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Hang on a couple minutes here and see other people jump on.
Welcome.
Hey, Miranda, how are you tonight? Hey, Cindy.
While we're doing that, I'm just going to count and make sure I have enough.
Count your pieces.
Now I lost count. 8, 10, 12. Okay, perfect.
Hey, Shelly, how are you? Video and sound are good. Yeah, let's go ahead and run our sound check. Yeah, looks like that was Facebook, maybe YouTube.
YouTube, give us a sound check. Block 28.
Yeah,
2 more blocks. 2 more weeks after this.
Well, we finished before the end of August, right? Because we're gone for a week there. 3rd week of August.
Yep, we will be finished, and then we'll come back and start something new.
You got something new and fun for them to do?
There's always fun stuff to do.
There we go.
Always, always. Yum. Vanilla latte iced. It's hot. It's hot.
It is really hot here right now.
It's a scorcher outside.
Oh, nice. So you got it on Facebook on your phone, YouTube on the TV. Okay, good. Hey, Carol, how are you tonight? Welcome to the show.
Well, let's get started. Not that this is going to take a long time, but...
This is, an interesting block, it looks like.
This is a Boston Commons.
Okay.
We do a whole quilt like this.
Who are we?
We are Quilters HQ. You ever do that? You're like, wow, my name is Joan.
The invisible name tag, right? You
Invisible
pull it out of
name
the
tag,
air and
yep.
you look up there and you pull it out of a compartment in the air somewhere and it's like, hey, that's who I am. That's who I'm going to be today.
I'm Joan. That's Robert. And Molly's behind the counter or behind the computer counter. It's going to be
Yeah,
that
she's
night.
behind the counter.
Well, it's on the other side, so it's,
Hey, Louise, how are you tonight?
So we are Quilters HQ, Windmill Sewing Center, and Sewing Machines Express. The websites are quiltershq.com, windmillsewingcenter.com, and QHQ2.com. Save the date this weekend, August 4th and 5th. Can you believe it's August 1st? We have a new color of the month.
We do have a new color of the month.
We do.
We have a good giveaway tonight, too,
we
as
do
well.
have a good giveaway.
Stay with us.
August 4th and 5th, 10 to 5, regular hours, we are having our anniversary sale. I can't believe, we were talking about it last weekend, weren't we? Or last week?
Yeah.
1 year here.
Yeah.
1 year here.
It's almost a year to get it ready, too. So
I know, right? We bought it in September, and then we moved in like April. May. So you won't want to miss it. Deals and steals. And tonight, I don't know if do we have a code?
Hey, Barb, how are you?
So I guess if you find something, so we're going to have some specials. There's going to be 25% off of fabric, that's 1 yard or more. 15% off of pre-cuts.
Mm-hmm.
Was it 25% off of notions?
Yep.
25% off of notions, not just one.
Somebody was asking about rulers and some other stuff.
Yeah,
so.
rulers. 25% off of notions.
Hey, Judy.
AccuQuilt's always on sale. I think that was it.
Yeah, everything in the store.
And then there's
really.
a coupon book, so you don't want to miss the coupon book too, because there's quilting coupons and service coupons and ongoing throughout the year. So save the date this weekend, Friday and Saturday. Be sure and come into the store. Okay, so what else is going on?
If they're watching the show, how do they, if they're an online viewer,
so
how do they get to partake? Should we come up with a secret code word?
Well, I think we can do a coupon code.
Okay. Molly's nodding her head, so I guess we can do that.
Yeah. So online, you can participate too.
We'll
Take
get a
advantage.
coupon code. We need to come up with what the word is, so they'll know what it is.
Like besides the anniversary sale or
Ecclesiastical.
Deuteronomy. No, we're not asking anybody to spell. I don't think I could spell ecclesiastical.
I want fabric. Fabric is my friend. All right, we got to come up with something. All right, everybody weigh in here. We need a word, and we're going to vote on it, and that's going to be the coupon code.
Help us come up with a coupon code.
Different codes for the different items.
All right, so we need
Do we?
4 coupon codes?
No, we don't.
We don't.
Mm-mm. Nope.
We just need 1 coupon code?
We just need 1 coupon code because you can put it in, and so no matter what they add to their cart, if they apply that, so you can, when you set up the coupon, you're getting a lesson on our point of sale here. When you set up the coupon, you can select the fabric yardage, you can select, you're right, we need different codes.
Just for
the pre-cuts and, yeah. So we need 2 coupon codes.
2 coupon codes. Everybody throw some words out there. We're going to play around with them a little bit.
Pre-cut cash off. Nah, that's too long. And lame. AccuQuilt Club. We are starting a new project. I need to get you the email for that. I like it, but I designed it. So I think it's cute. So new club meeting is actually August 24th. Normally it's the 3rd Thursday, but we had to move it because we won't be here on the 3rd Thursday. We will be in Texas for Brother Convention. Embroidery Club, Saturday, August 12th at Windmill, and also at Quilters HQ. Windmill is 10 to 12:30, and Quilters HQ is 1:30 to 4. And it's the little plant marker. It's cute. I think this one is a gnome. I think that's what she told me last time. Domestic Machine Quilting Club, 3rd Saturday of the month, and this is ruler work with your domestic machine. A lot of fun. Class is filling up. Cost for that is $25. Rulers in a day on your domestic machine. If you've never done it before, this is a really good introduction for that. It's $50. It is August 25th. I can't believe we're talking about August. I can't believe it's here. August 24th. At Windmill, learn to thread your serger, 1:30 to 3:30. August 26th at Quilters HQ, 1:30 to 3:30. And it's $25 for that class. Let's Serge 1. Make friends with your serger. This is a great class. It fills up every time. Thursday, September 7th at Windmill, 1 to 4. Or Saturday, September 9th. This is an 8-week program. Cost is $120. And then we're into September, and we'll save those for later.
Brandy, so tell us, is it your birthday weekend this weekend then?
You too. Well, happy birthday, Brandy.
Yes, on my birthday weekend.
Yay. Come celebrate. Get what you really want. Fabric.
Yes, and hoping my Bernina gets into. I have great news for you today, Brandy. Your Bernina came in today.
Did she get the new one?
She got the cake, yeah, the 5.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So, happy birthday to you.
No doubt. Best present ever.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with our block. Block
Yes, it
28.
did.
And you know what? I didn't put it up there because we were running late. Don't let me leave without putting the block up there. Block 28. This is a Boston Commons quilt. I cut this out with AccuQuilt. So I was reading through the directions, and they're saying cut these really big squares and then trim them down. So, And the thing that I didn't like about it is the bias is on the outside. But that being said, I cut this piece here. This is die number 5 with AccuQuilt, and the bias is on the outside. And so I'm going to show you how to get around that when you're doing a block like this, because we don't want the bias on the outside of the block because it stretches, and we don't want our block to be all wonky and wavy. So
Both quilting terms.
both very
This
good
could be the
quilting
coupon
terms.
codes.
So I'm just going to do some stay stitching, and all that is I'm just going to run these through one at a time right here on the edge. I've moved my guide all the way over next to my foot so that when I piece this block together, these stay stitches are going to be hidden. So you don't have to worry about them showing up in your quilt somewhere. And so I'll show you the difference. I'll stretch one a little bit when I get this done. And then we'll just fly through them. Okay, so by doing this, this doesn't stretch anymore. Even though it's on the bias, I mean, you can see the block can stretch, but this edge is not going to stretch. And this is going to be hidden in your seam because you're doing a smaller seam. So I'm all the way over at the edge of my foot. The 1/4 inch is a little bit to the right, so it's going to be hidden for me. So I'm just going to run through. There's 12 of these, and I'm just going to run them through real quick. Doesn't matter if they're straight. We did this on another quilt that we did in our club, and it worked really well for keeping that edges on that bias just straight. This is something that garment makers do all the time, stay stitching around like armholes and things like that to keep them from stretching. So this is borrowed from garment construction, but it's just a sewing technique and we can use it too. But if you want to cut your block out with AccuQuilt, I do recommend doing this because you don't want to have these little wavy things when you start to piece it all together. Comment if you've ever done a quilt where you've done stay stitching like this, or if this is a completely new technique for you. Okay, that's all of those, and I'm just going to trim that off. So the other thing I noticed as I was reading through the directions was that when they're talking about these squares on the corners, they were talking about cut 2 3 1/4 squares, cut the squares once diagonally to make 4 triangles, and please note, triangles are oversized to allow for trimming. So instead of doing that, I just cut the same one, and we're just going to sew them on and then trim them down. If we have to trim them down now or trim them down later, it's easier to cut them out with AccuQuilt using your die number 5. So that's what I did. So this is sewn in rows. And move over here a little bit because I can't quite see all of my...
Hey, Patsy, welcome to the show. Hey, Melissa.
my block here. And then I'm going to sew the corners on last because we have to trim those down anyway. And I might wait to trim those until after I iron them. And then I can just square up the block using my 12.5 inch ruler. And really, once you have all of this pieced, these can be attached at any time. I'm going to go ahead and attach them, and then we'll just square up later. So I'm gonna start, and this is gonna be sewn in rows. And so when I'm putting these together, I'm lining up this corner and then piece. And I'm gonna piece again because I didn't move my guide. It's live, anything can happen. I looked at that seam and I'm like, that looks a lot smaller than a 1/4 inch. Okay. There's my 1/4 inch mark. Let me just tighten this back down. Miranda, have you tried yours out yet? I know you just got one of these. And I'm going to piece this as I go, so I'm going to piece all my rows as I get them completed.
She did use it and left it.
Yeah. Seams are pressed in one direction, and then you alternate the direction with your seams. I do recommend laying this all out because if I didn't, I would absolutely mess these up. Just making sure I'm sewing on the right side of the block. Because nobody wants to get a seam ripper out. I made a Boston Commons quilt once, and it is assembled exactly like this. It does take some planning, but they're so beautiful when they're finished. And I think with that one I sewed all of my rows and then waited till the very end to attach my triangles, because I was doing that, and as I was doing it I was sewing them the wrong way, so I was having peaks and valleys instead of straight edges. Okay, we're going to go the opposite direction with our seam. And then attach this. Any new viewers tonight? So be sure and do all of the things with the buttons, like, share, follow, subscribe, notify. Did I miss any?
Click on the bell.
Click the bell. Have we come up with any coupon codes? Any good ones?
I don't know. What do you think? That, Linda, what's the name of that tool there? Multi-finger function presser tool?
So close. Multi-function finger presser tool, also known as the doohickey. These are $7.99 or $7.95, something like that. If you want one, comment "make it mine" doohickey, and we will get one for you. Because we do sell things on the show too. And yes, I pretty much use this every single show because and I have two at home because it's so convenient. Rather than walking over to the ironing board, I can do the whole block and then iron it later. I do go back and iron my blocks before I piece them, just because I like to have them really flat and make sure my seams line up and everything. But this does a good enough job for piecing. Oh, and we also have some floor model machines that we're going to be
all machines on sale.
Discounting. We have some Janome long arm classroom models. If anybody is thinking that this is the right time to buy a long arm, you're right. Does Janome have any financing going on right now?
I don't know, Molly.
When I made my Boston Commons quilt, I did not have a sewing machine that had an automatic cutter. And it was, you know, I didn't really know any better, but I'll tell you what, it makes a huge difference when you're making a quilt like this where you're just sewing one block to the next block, because we chain piece a lot, and this is one of those blocks that you just can't do that. Let's piece our next one. Let's have shorter sides. So have you made a Boston Commons quilt? That would be a question I would want to know.
Hey, Stephanie. Watching on the road. Okay.
Not driving, I hope.
That would be hard. Elizabeth loves her Juki. Welcome to the show, Elizabeth.
Stay with us for the giveaway, and I've got a new collection to show you. Tickets, anyway. Oops, almost sewed that on upside down. Wouldn't be the first time. Probably wouldn't be the last if I did too, so sometimes they just stay that way. Okay, go the other way. Again, I'm just alternating the directions that my seams are being pressed. probably one of the easiest blocks we've done. In this quilt. I love it when a block looks hard and it's not. Look how beautifully that's coming together. What do you think, Robert? You like the block?
Well, that's pretty cool.
I would love to see pictures if somebody else is making this in a different colorway.
Hey Karen, welcome to the show. Amy, welcome to the show.
Welcome. We are working on block 28.
This one's almost done.
This one is almost done and we have some fun stuff coming up. So be sure and like, follow, subscribe. All of that fun stuff so you get notified when we go live. We do have fabric sales and all kinds of fun stuff. Did I do that? Yep, did it the right way. We have some table runners coming up that we're going to make with AccuQuilt dies, which will be fun.
Yeah, I think we are out of kits. Amy said she was in and we're out of kits for this one.
Yeah, we did 25 kits and we, I don't know, maybe a month or so ago sold the last one.
Yeah, sign up for the next one, Amy. We're getting ready to start a new one, and
Yeah, be sure and sign up. We're always doing stuff, so keep resting my foot on the
you did
pedal
a little cut there.
and cutting a second time.
It's almost like magic. It was hands-free. You didn't see it.
I do like that it does that. I like this little machine. It could be just a little bit faster though. Again, I am just alternating the direction my seams are going. last row, and then the corners.
Linda asked if, in your opinion, does that presser work better than a wooden one?
You know, I don't know because I don't have a wooden one to compare it with. It is kind of that real smooth Teflon. I don't know if it's Teflon. It's a hard plastic, and this has got like little ridges, but at the very end here, it's really smooth, and it glides over the fabric really well. I don't have to push down really hard, and it puts a nice little crease in there. And we've never done this where you press your seams the wrong way with an iron. You got to go back and you iron it flat and then press it the other way. If you press your seam the wrong way, you can just open it up and press it again, and you can see it stays well enough to actually do your sewing. So it's not like the perfect crease that we would get with our iron, but it's good enough. I've never used the wooden one, so I don't know. I can't really make a comparison. But I have 2 of these at home. I can tell you that we have sold a lot of them, and people do enjoy using them.
Was on there. She's got 2 or 3 of them. Kathy Reeves has 2 or 3.
Yeah. I had to go look for the. Oh, I had to go look for the one that we keep open in the store. Because I'm like, what's not Bilbo? Yeah, I'm like Bilbo Baggins. If I pick something up, I carry it with me and then set it down, and then I'm like, don't know where it is. So I have 2 of them, and I try to leave them at the sewing machine, and sometimes they wander. But so far. So with these, I'm just going to kind of line it up where, another handy use. So since I didn't, I'm just going to put a little crease in this block with my handy presser tool. And these are not permanent. So since our corner had to be trimmed with Moda's cutting in the instructions, I was like, I'm just going to use AccuQuilt to cut it out. So I put a crease in it so that I can line up the point. And then we're just going to attach it. And then trim it down later. And then just press this like so. And then you can take your ruler, line it up with the edge of your block, and just trim it off.
Oh,
so much easier.
Oh yeah, it's nice.
So let me just put my little crease here in these corner blocks. And we'll do all of them. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to use it to line up the center of the point on the triangle. So I can see my fold right here, and I'm just going to line up the edge of that triangle with it and sew the rest of these on.
John, have we talked much about our rewards program?
We have not.
I don't think we mentioned too much about it. Maybe how that works.
We do have a rewards program, and it is real money that you earn, sort of. It's store credit that you earn. So doesn't apply to sewing machines, doesn't apply to things that are on sale. Cabinets are excluded. But if you come in and you buy fabric and you spend $300 on fabric that's regularly priced, or you buy 2 fat quarter bundles, because that would be $300, then you get $20 to spend in the store. It doesn't have to be all at once. You can use multiple of them. So AccuQuilt too, because AccuQuilt's always on sale. So it's regularly priced items, and once you reach it, our computer system tracks it. Our point of sale tracks your purchases, and then once you reach that level, it prints out a coupon that's scannable on the bottom of your receipt, and you can come in and spend it like cash. So there's benefits for shopping with us. Free money.
Yeah, we appreciate the
free money.
Business as well. So
you buy one fabric for one quilt, you can spend $300.
yeah.
So there's $20 towards the backing. I was going to square it up with my 12-inch ruler, but my seams are pretty straight, so I'm just chopping off this corner. And if I'm off a little bit, I can always fudge it with my sewing machine. And that's all just rubbish. So there's our finished block.
Oh, those do look
So
really
pretty.
cool, yeah.
It's a pretty amazing. Is there? Mine's kind of small. I may have to remake that block, but I'm pretty sure they said 2.5-inch squares. 25 2.5-inch squares. They did. So my seam allowance looks like a 1/4 inch. I will make it work. So it's on the bias, so it's a little bit stretchy. So some starch, and it'll be the right size. Okay, so we got some new fabric in. It's Lori Holt's. This is new from Lori Holt. We have 2 of these, and then we have the regular 4 and 4 of the, I think we have 4 and 4 of the jelly rolls and layer cakes. The layer cake is, let me give you the price, $53.99. Same thing for the jelly roll, $53.99. Wow, manufacturers are raising prices, but look at these fabulous colors. This is a fat quarter bundle. I think that there are 42 in the collection. 42 pieces. $142.99. So keep this on your radar for that sale this weekend. Absolutely gorgeous fabrics. And Lori Holt is doing a sew along. You can go visit her website and get the requirements. We do have yardage for this too. So I know we have at least 2 of these in stock. So I just wanted to show you these because, wow, the fabric is just so pretty. Great colorways. This would make a great summertime quilt. I love the reds. I mean, this is just a gorgeous fabric. So keep that in mind because I imagine we will sell out of these roses really, really quick because it's such a beautiful fabric. I don't think we have it out on the floor yet, though. I was looking for it. I couldn't find it. So that's new in the store. And then we have a new color of the month, and we were talking about it. And I said school bus yellow, but then I'm like, that's really bright. So we did, what's the name of this one? It's gold. It's Harvest Gold.
Harvest Gold, yes.
Harvest Gold. This is color number 2132. It reminded me of sunflower petals, which were in Kansas, and those are going to be coming in August, right? Heat of the summer is when you harvest the sunflowers.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So it kind of could be close to school bus yellow. School's back in session. So 15% off for if you're not in the thread club. If you are in the club, it's 20% off. If you would like to join the club, it's $20 and you get this box. And then you still have to buy the thread, but then your thread is 20% off. And you can shop for any of the threads that are Aerofill and get 20% off. And at 14 something, that's like a almost $2 savings.
Yeah, it's about $3.20, I think, is what it rings up in the register. Pretty close.
$3.20 off.
Per spool.
So yeah, it gets it down to
at the 20%.
Gets it down to pre-COVID prices. And as you know, things have just been skyrocketing in price. So we're trying to help with clubs, and
hey, Karen.
We appreciate your business, and you mean so much to us. I think we have these in stock. Carrie, do we have these back in stock?
The boxes or I think
boxes.
She said they'll be in the morning, or she was talking about the color. I think she was talking about the boxes.
Yeah,
so.
the boxes.
Yeah.
But it's a really pretty gold. So,
yeah, it really is. It can go with quite a few things, right?
I love Aerofill. It's so versatile. So we're sewing on it here. We use this same thread to quilt quilts with it. So on our quilting machine, so you can set your tension and your bobbin and your sewing machine, your quilting machine, to use this. And you can run this through your embroidery machine. So if you've got a young grandchild or a child going back to school, you could put their name on their lunchbox, backpack, jacket, inside, not outside, in school bus yellow. Okay, so tonight's giveaway is from Bernina, and there's a little bit of a story behind this. So this is a really nice little canvas bag. It's heavy duty. It's not the cheap ones. But it's share the joy, and so that's Bernina's motto right now, is share the joy. And it's big too. It's got this nice big, it's a pretty big bag, and it's got the nice straps. It's a hashtag, right? Hashtag share the joy. And so what Bernina is promoting right now, and they want to see from people, is your hashtags with share the joy. What gives you joy in your life? And for most of us, it's sewing, creating, being creative. I almost said mending, but I can't. There's no mending that brings me joy. You know, whatever sewing or crafting hobby brings you joy, they want to see it. Hashtag share the joy. And they're trying to get some footing for this. So
yeah, it's
take a picture, hashtag share the joy, and you'll get added to their hashtag.
Cool.
And they have like 1 million followers or something like that. So, but we just need one lucky winner for this. It's a great bag. Beach bag, shopping bag.
pretty much
You
all
could take
around,
this to
right?
well, the thing, it's canvas. You can throw it in the washing machine too.
Well, that's true, yeah.
And it's well made too,
Yeah,
so
well,
it's
there
not
you
going to
go.
fall apart.
Amy, congratulations, Amy.
Amy, what's your last name?
Wood.
Amy Wood, congratulations. If you have not shopped with us, Amy, please go to quiltershq.com and register for Joan Sews, and that will give us your information. and we will get this in the mail if you're not local, and if you are local, you can come in and pick it up tomorrow.
So we need to come up with our codes.
Okay. Codes.
For the anniversary sale.
What did we get?
Well, there was code 1, code 2, there was fun projects, there was shop something or other.
Well, we want it to be like 6 letters.
Okay.
And numbers. So we could do pre-cut 15.
Okay.
And we could do the number 1 year 25.
Okay, put them in there and let's type them out so they're in there.
And so those will be effective Friday morning. Actually, we can set it to go live at 12:01 on Friday morning.
Right.
If you're a night owl. I'm trying not to be. But
okay.
so we will make it so you can use both coupons. So just because you use one doesn't mean you can't use another. And keep in mind, there's lots and lots and lots to see for fabric. And if you're coming in, we hope to see you. We'll have cookies and drinks and coffee and all kinds of stuff. Looking forward to seeing everyone. It's been a whole year here. I can't believe how quickly it has gone. And we are so grateful to you for keeping us here. Without you, we wouldn't be here. So thank you very much.
Very much.
So that's us for tonight.
I think a couple tips probably.
Oh yeah. Our sewing tip. Always remember. So before you bring your sewing machine in for a spa day because it's acting up on you, rethread the whole thing. I cannot tell you how many times I have looked at my machine and said, nope, it's threaded perfectly, but it's still making really ugly stitches. Rethread the machine and it sews fine. So sometimes there's lint in the tension mechanisms that you can't really see. When you see caterpillars on your, got one going there, scrolling up your thread because part of the thread is broken and you see this little curly caterpillar crawling up your thread in front of your eye, your needle is not big enough. I see that a lot on people making bags where they're sewing through the Bianese stabilizer and 2 layers of cotton, and then they do a seam and that's 6 layers, and then they're doing another seam and that's 12 layers. So leads to 16 needle when you're quilting or making bags, things like that. And then always never forget, oil your rotary hook.
If you do have a Janome long arm with automation and your gear starts to make some squeaky noise, don't use WD-40 or something like that because it will pick up the lint and just clog up the gear. Use a silicone based and just a little bit on there and that should take care of it.
Did we have that recently?
It's just no, but
okay.
It's just one of those things that if you do have one, that's a good tip if you start to hear some squeaking on your carriage.
If you have a long arm that has the encoders, the little wheels that ride on tracks, wipe those tracks down. They get dusty. Check those encoders for thread that's caught up in it because they'll stop your needle from going up and down because it stops that encoder from moving, which is what controls the stitch regulator. So full of tips and tricks tonight.
Yeah. Some good things as we get into that heavy duty sewing season where maybe those seasons are changing and school's going back into session and
stay stitching is your friend.
A lot of people did the stay stitching, so that was interesting as well.
Yeah.
Some people did it in home ec. Some have just been experimenting with it.
Yeah, it's very useful. Anytime you have a bias on the outside of a block, stay stitch. Just put it on there. It'll get sewn up into the rest of it. It's not going to make a big difference in your quilting. So, and it's a game changer.
Luann, yes, it's a happy August hot day here in Kansas City. So
it is a happy hot August day. Hot, happy August.
Brandy, we look forward to seeing you. Your machine's in, and you're going to have a happy birthday. We'll see you again, it sounds like. So, to everyone on the show, have a great week.
Have a great week. We'll see you soon.